Okay, this is number 7. And it asks you to name 3 other pairs of polar coordinates. So you don't have this unit circle. You don't have this polar coordinate on your paper, but I'm going to use one to find my other points. So let's just see 19 pi over 12. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So this is 19 pi over 12, and it would be out here at 4. Okay, so let's go to the first one. I'm going backwards to there, and that it would still be a positive 4. And this is negative pi over 12, 2, 3, 4, negative 5 pi over 12. Now they do want these in the range negative 2 pi to 2 pi, so we need to keep that in mind when we're doing these. Okay, so that was the first one, and so I've got the point where I went all the way around. That was the one given to me, and positive, and then I went negative angle. So now let me go negative backwards. So, oops, negative 4. So that I am looking at this angle right here. So I'm going to erase everything. Oops. Sorry. Erase it. Okay. So if I'm here and I'm backing up to 4, I'm up here. So the first one I can do is this angle. Okay, and so remember it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pi over 12. So that's 7 pi over 12. So negative 4, 7 pi over 12. You can see that I just went backwards to negative 4. Now that's positive 4, so if I were going backwards, I would be able to get to the same spot. Okay, if I take this angle and go backwards, I get to here. Okay, so let's go on to, let me erase the angles. Okay, and so now we have one more. We want to go backwards from here, right? We want to get here, but we're going backwards. So we would go with the negative angle to get there. Okay, and that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. It's just the easiest. Negative 4, 17 pi over 12. Negative 17 pi over 12. So I think that's the 3 more that you need. And you see how I did that with the unit circle. All right, moving on to number 8. Okay, for number 8, I'll try to figure them out mathematically without the units, the polar circle. Okay, so the first thing you can do is add or subtract 2 pi. So I think and I have to get it between negative 2 pi and 2 pi. So since this is negative, I know I can add 2 pi. So we'd have 2.5, and then I have negative 4 pi over 3 plus 6 pi over 3, right? That's 2 pi. And so I get 2 pi over 3. So there's one pair, a separate pair, 2.5, 2 pi over 3. Next one, okay. So for the second one, I've kind of worked it out ahead of time. The second one, you're going to go with the negative 2.5. That means you need to add 2n plus 1 times pi. So the first thing I'll try is when n is 0, which would just be adding a pi. Okay, so that works. If I add a pi, I have negative 4 pi over 3 plus 3 pi over 3, and I get negative pi over 3. So my second point would be negative 2.5 and negative pi over 3. And so number 3, I decided to let n equal negative 1. And so when I added that, I had negative 7 pi over 3. However, that is less than negative 2 pi, right? Because negative 6 pi over 3 would be negative 2 pi. So this one doesn't work. I went too far. So I decided to make n equal positive 1. So then you're adding a 3 pi, because see, 2 times 1 plus 1 pi is 3 pi. So adding 3 pi gives me 9 pi over 3, and then a negative 4 pi gives me a positive 5 pi over 3, and that is in the realm, in the range between negative 2 pi and 2 pi. So a negative 2.5 and a 5 pi over 3. All right, let's move on to let's stop there. The video's long enough, and I'll do 9 and 10 on the next one.